courthouses and every other thing. They're doing
Force by
nice
Zone
things now.
reports on
Here we go.
FBI agents protesting for racial justice.
3 people familiar with the matter say the FBI has fired agents who were
Morning, everybody.
kneeling during a racial justice protest in Washington after the 2020 killing of George Floyd by a Minneapolis police officer. The 3 people who asked to remain anonymous say that last spring the FBI reassigned the agents, but has since fired them. The photos show a group of FBI agents taking the knee during one of the demonstrations following Floyd's May 2020 killing. The kneeling had angered some in the FBI, but was also understood as a possible de-escalation tactic during a period of protests. The FBI Agents Association says more than a dozen agents have been fired, and it has called on Congress to investigate what the association considers an unlawful move. Donna Warder, Washington.
More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor.
305.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVDF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests.
270.
Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Weekend Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVDF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
And good morning and welcome to Middleboro in Review. I am Joey Driscoll. Today is the 28th of September, 2025, Dons. The 28th of September. We are now in the double digits when it comes to how many days we got left before Christmas. We're in the double digits when it comes to how many days we got left in the year. How you doing today, Don?
Great.
Yeah, this is the first show in the season we like to call fall. I like fall.
I love fall.
Fall and spring for me are my favorite seasons, easily.
Note to send. Let me say that right. But don't fall on the wet leaves.
Yes.
They're not down yet, but
Yeah, but it's going to happen at some point. It's going to happen at some point. We're getting to fall foliage season as well now. Again, we talked a couple of weeks ago with Paul Lazarovich about fall foliage and best places to go. Some of the places, I'll just name off a few. The Berkshires, that's A+ there. Berkshires, anywhere in down this area is in New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. Also good spots there. Kangamangas, Don.
yeah, I mean that's if you're looking for mountain driving in traffic. The thing is, you want to go to the places when no one goes.
Yeah.
You kind of want to go to the towns that really, like the Berkshires comes to mind.
Yeah.
A lot of those towns out there. You get off on Route 9. Dalton, Massachusetts comes to mind. Route 9 out that way. Washington, Massachusetts is beautiful.
Paul mentioned there are some spots in the Cape where you can go and do some fall foliage shooting as well.
Even Rhode Island. It seems like west of 295, you go about 4 miles. Almost every intersection, every exit, you go about 4 miles west, and there's nothing. Nothing. I mean, it's like no strip malls, no fast food restaurants, all the way to the Connecticut line.
Mm-hmm.
And you got towns like Noosup, you got all those border towns between Rhode Island. I call it upstate Rhode Island.
Upstate.
Okay. Like Woonsocket, then you got Blackstone, Massachusetts. You got that.
Blackstone Valley.
Yeah, exactly. You got the river there, along the river, and then you got Northbridge. There's a place called It's in, I think it's in Sutton. It's called, I'm trying to remember the name here. It's,
Purgatory Chasm.
yeah.
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 It's a great little rock formation that you can walk around. They have a area they call Fat Man's Misery. It's you walk between rocks and just make it. That's what they call it. It's just one person can fit through, and it's about maybe 20 feet long, and you can walk next to the rocks. Just hope there isn't an earthquake when you decide to do that. That whole area is nice for foliage. It's just areas where you don't always have to go to the usual suspects. New Hampshire and Maine, you can go to these other places, especially in Massachusetts. Central Bobbin Reservoir comes to mind. Route 202, Orange.
Yeah. Catskill Park.
Yep.
Beautiful area. Definitely something.
New York.
You know, if you're in Pennsylvania, any mountainous areas in Pennsylvania as well, Western PA is probably a very good spot. I would say.
Yep.
So.
But I mean, most people when they go on the foliage, I mean, who live around here, it's a day trip, 9 times out of 10, or whatever. And the whole idea of that is that you could probably do a couple weekends, you know, and go to 2 different areas too. There's a little town called Wichita, which is up on the New Hampshire line up that way. Orange is nice, which I just mentioned. That's the northern tier of the Quabbin. Millers Falls.
Yeah.
Irving, Route 2, Irving, Mass.
Yeah.
Florida, Mass. You can say, I went to Florida. I went to Florida. And back again in a day. The Hoosick Tunnel is in Florida. The eastern portal of the Hoosick Tunnel is really nice. It's like a little parking area. There's a lot of nice little towns. And just in Massachusetts, and you can find like a little restaurant, get something to eat, or a store out. Because they still have them out in the western part. You can pull into like an old store and go in and get some goodies and get yourself a soda pop or a water, whatever you want to get.
Yeah, so this is Springfield Road. I think it was in West Virginia, and I was heading into Pennsylvania. Springfield Road, we took it a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
There's really nothing down there. There's a couple of towns, maybe, that's about it. But there's really nothing down there. A lot of trees. That's probably a good spot as well. I'm forgetting the name of the route right now off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I filmed it. So if I go back on my phone, I can find it. But I filmed it a couple of years ago. But
right. I mean,
people stretch.
Any state's good, but if you want, like I said, if you want to stay local, because we're talking local now. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut.
Yes, absolutely.
Connecticut.
That's important. Yeah, if you want to stay local. A lot of local spots here in the area.
Yeah, Griswold, Connecticut. Find Griswold, Connecticut on the map. All right? Give us a call. Let us know. If you know what Griswold, Connecticut is, give us a call. Let us know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places in Connecticut. And there's a Route 120 in Connecticut, which is off of 202, which takes you to Route 8. And that's what I call the Secret Squirrel Way. You get it from the Bradley International Airport, and you go up 202 and you work your way, and there's like 120. And if you look at it on the map, it almost touches Massachusetts. It kind of goes and it goes up a little, and then it takes a left, and then down around. It's like a real mountainous road, and there's a reservoir around there. So and we've been to a lot of places in Connecticut too that are really nice.
Let's take our first break. We'll be right back, and we'll do today in histories and our weather right after this.
Still dark out, huh? Is it rain today? Or is it just
No, I just think it's dark out.
I hope it's gonna sun.
I think we're in a spot where it's gonna be darker. In the morning, and then it's gonna flip right back around, I think. So
Yeah.
Spark Street Auto
Really?
Yeah.
Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts. Offers the highest
yeah, 2 more Sundays here. 2 more Sundays here, and then I gotta call Spark Street. 2 more Sundays. This Sunday and next Sunday, I gotta call Spark Street. I'll just, when I call them, I'll let them know, hey, we were able to give you a couple extra weeks, because we were off the air.
Well, so 2 weeks that you missed? It was a month,
It
wasn't
was
it?
a month. It was like, yeah.
So, you tell them, yeah, we gave you 5 extra weeks.
Something like that. Yeah.
So why would you tell them 2?
I don't know how many weeks we were.
Well, you
I
gotta
think it was like 4. Oh yeah, so I'll tell them 4 or 5.
Well,
I have to go back. I have to go back and add it up.
You have to add it up before you call them.
I'll add them up. I'll add them up.
Don't open your mouth unless you figure it out.
Yeah, I'll remember. Yeah.
Jeff Tate's coming.
Who?
Jeff Tate. October 14th at the Strand. What's the Strand? That's in Providence, isn't it? Yeah.
That's cool. Yes. I think Queensryche has pretty much moved on from him, and Queensryche sounds
Like Queensryche.
insanely good. So I really don't care about. I mean, yeah, Jeff Tate's great and all that, but whatever. Doesn't excite me much.
We serve the families in Middleboro, Waco, Harvard, and Rochester. Please leave a message on our pantry hotline at 508-947-1717. A volunteer will call back to gather some medical information. Send a desired list of groceries. These will be collected for you and delivered to your home free of charge. May the good Lord bless you and keep you safe.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're back. 7:18 a.m. is the time right now. Open phone lines today, 508-822-1106 if you want to call in and talk about whatever's on your mind this morning. We have our state histories now. And we're going to start with the year 1066 done. Now, ever learn about the history of England in the year 1066 in school? I know, we're going back a little ways, but...
Not really. It was more like from, 1500 on, I learned. I never really had
Okay.
anything.
No, really?
No,
In
not
high
that-
school, you never learned about English history? That's weird.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
Okay, well,
I mean,
that's fine.
maybe I woke up when the history started getting interesting. I don't know. That's
Okay.
in my eyes,
Well, for the people out there that like English history, all 2 of you, 1066, William the Conqueror lands in England, beginning the Norman conquest. Eventually, England will be born, and the rest is history. You have a bunch of kings and queens after that.
Right. They got us the Beatles, right?
Well, yeah, that would be like, what, let's see, 1066. That would be about 900 years after, but yes.
1966, right?
Yes. 1779, American Revolution. Samuel Huntington is elected as president of the Continental Congress. He succeeded John Jay. 1941, Ted Williams achieves a .406 batting average for the season and becomes the last Major League Baseball player to bat 400 or better. That is a very, very good stat. Probably won't get beaten. I don't know. I mean, Aaron Judge exists, so Aaron Judge might be able to do it. But, Ted Williams, what he did in his career was just nothing short of amazing in his career. All right, we got birthdays on this day. 551 BC, Confucius was born on this day. Chinese teacher, editor, politician, and philosopher. of the spring and autumn period of Chinese history. 1901, born on this day, William S. Paley, American broadcaster. He was the founder of Columbia Broadcasting System, which is CBS, Don. Born on this day in 1938, Ben E. King, American singer, songwriter, and producer, Don. Ben E. King. 1954, George Lynch was born on this day, American guitarist and songwriter. He's great. He was a great guitarist. Unfortunately, stuff that went on with him and Don Dokken, wasn't amazing. Those two didn't get along, and I don't think they get along too well now. They kind of broke up. It was kind of a messy thing, too. It was really messy between Dokken and George Lynch. He went on to go do Lynch Mob, which I don't know too much about.
I
didn't listen. I didn't listen to Lynch.
I see Dokken twice in 1988, the Monster of the Rock, Oxford, Maine. And they were all right. I wish they had see the Scorpions. I was always a big Scorpions guy. And then after that was Van Halen, a.k.a. Van Hagar, I call him.
Hey, I know a lot of people don't like the Sammy Hagar era.
And it's one of them over there. Right there. I love Sammy Hagar.
I'm on the fence, but I really like. There's a couple songs I really like.
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
Dreams. A lot of people hate that song. I actually like that song.
No, it's all right. I mean, it's good rock and roll, and they're very talented musicians. I mean, you talk about the best of the best playing.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it was just. And I'm one who I shouldn't even talk because I'm a big Black Sabbath fan, and they've been through so many lineup changes, and I love them all.
Absolutely.
And hear people look at me, how can you not? Well, it's what you want to hear. But I mean, I've never seen the original Van Halen live.
Oh yeah.
But I've seen them. But like I said, I was just waiting in the pouring rain at Oxford, Maine, in 1988, June 1988. That's when it was, to see the Scorpions. And that show was unbelievable because there was a lightning storm behind the Scorpions. And I'm sitting there, they're doing I think they're doing a song called Rocky Like a Hurricane. I'm looking at them, and there's lightning in the back. And I can kind of see, Klaus Maine sitting there singing, and I kind of see him looking back. I think they're all going to die. They left the stage 5 times.
Really?
Because of the weather.
Yeah.
But by them leaving 5 times, they played almost 2 hours.
They still played.
They still play. They come back on the stage. We're going to try it again. And they did 2 songs. And we're going to go again.
And nowadays, one little flash of lightning. It doesn't even have to rain. One little flash of lightning, and the artists scurry. They leave.
Well, they kind of have to
and they cancel
because it's all metal back there. The stages are like a conductor. The clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. But back in the day, a lot of these bands weren't scared of that.
I wouldn't. I mean,
well, hey, you just mentioned the Scorpions played or tried to play 5 separate times in that kind of weather.
Right. Well, they came back though. I'll give them that.
Exactly.
I'll tell you.
I'm just saying. Nowadays, that's not happening.
Not to go off course too much, but the Scorpions, I've seen them like 10 times, and they always put on the best show ever.
Oh yeah.
They always put on the. You've never seen the Scorpions, have you?
I never have, but I'm aware.
They always put on the best show for your money. They always do. The performance, the showmanship, everything, the playing. And it was always long shows, too. It wasn't like an hour and 15 minutes that are off the stage. And they really appreciate it. So, I mean, it's great when you have bands that appreciate the audience because a lot of newer artists, they're kind of arrogant towards they'll look people out in the rain and they'll leave, they'll make them wait. Scorpions always, when they came on stage, they were never late coming on the stage. They come right on. But there's other bands out there that make people wait. They let them sit in the sun for 2 hours. Cook people. Oh, sorry we're late.
Yeah.
Scorpions are more professional about that. The professionalism in their music and the way they do things. And it's a good product.
Absolutely.
You want a good product. They care about, they're not wasting your time. They had to do a job and they'll do it. But yeah. So
Born on this day in 1967, Moon Zappa.
Moon Zappa.
Moon Zappa, American actress and author.
There was a song called Valley Girl.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
She did back in like 1983. And that was her big thing. So they talked about living in California, being a Valley Girl. And I don't know. They kind of made it like she was a space case or a space cadet or something like that. You ever hear that song, Valley Girl?
No, I haven't.
I'll play it for you. It's interesting. It was kind of good. It was a fun song. A lot of people liked it, and it made traction for a while.
Yeah.
And it did good. I think it did pretty good.
All right, passage on this day, 935. Wenceslas I, Duke of Bohemia. You ever heard the song "Old King Wenceslas"? That's who that's based off of.
That's on my playlist, right?
Yeah, that's who that's based off of. 1953, Edwin Hubble, American astronomer and scholar. He had a telescope named after him.
Right.
Hubble. Yeah.
Right. And I saw the space shuttle take off once, the Discovery, from Cape Canaveral. My mother knew somebody who worked at NASA, and he gave me the best spot to go. Right from me and my friend John O'Brien went and saw her live. And we went back. No, actually, it wasn't John O'Brien. My friend Scott Mullen went. We went together. My friend John O'Brien, we tried to see the Hubble, and it got scrubbed. So okay. So we drove back and forth to Florida from the West Coast to the East Coast to see the Hubble 3 times, and it got scrubbed 3 times. And so I was disappointed. I was like in 1990, I think. They tried to put that up.
Other big name of the skies passing away on this day, 1956, William Boeing, American businessman. He founded the Boeing Company, of course, big airplane company. 1978, Pope John Paul I passed away on this day in 1978.
I remember that.
Yeah. Passing away on this day in 1990, Larry O'Brien, big-time name in the NBA world. For the NBA, he was their commissioner of the National Basketball Association from 1975 to 1984. He was also one of the United States Democratic Party's leading electoral strategists for more than 2 decades. He also served in the cabinet of Lyndon Johnson. He was Postmaster General as well. And also he was the chair of the Democratic National Committee. So, he is a really big deal. Not just in sports, but in politics as well. And, of course, the NBA championship, it's named after him, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. So, that's awesome there. 1991, Miles Davis passed away on this day. 1991, American trumpet player, composer, and band leader. Passing away on this day in 2000, the father of the former Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, Pierre Trudeau, passed away. Canadian journalist, lawyer, and politician, of course, Prime Minister of Canada, and then, of course, the father of Justin Trudeau, who would also become Prime Minister. 2022.
So you have 3 Trudeaus in Canada? Or 2?
2.
2, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
2 Trudeaus.
Oh, right,
Yep, the father and the son.
right.
Passing Wednesday in 2022, American rapper Coolio, best known for his big hit, Gangster's Paradise.
That was a great song.
Yep.
That was a great song.
Absolutely.
Actually, I was never big into rap when that came out. And that ain't really rap, in my opinion. It's really, rhythm and blues or whatever. It's not rhythm and blues, but I don't know what to call it, but I liked it. And there was a movie connected to it, too, with Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
Yeah.
School teacher there.
Yeah. And passing Wednesday last year, Chris Christopherson, American singer-songwriter.
Yeah, we only got one of the Highwaymen left.
One more. Yeah, Willie Nelson.
Yep.
Willie Nelson.
The Highwaymen, if you don't know who the Highwaymen, and I think most people do, it was a 80s band. It was Chris Christopherson. It was Willie Jennings. and, yeah.
Johnny
Mike
Cash,
and
William Jennings, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson before, yeah.
Yes. All right, 7:31 a.m. Let's take our news break. We'll be right back.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Hurricane Umberto remains a strong Category 4 storm in the Atlantic, threatening Bermuda. Senior hurricane specialist Brad Reinhardt, National Hurricane Center.
Currently located over the central Atlantic Ocean, expected to turn more towards the northwest and north and kind of curve around Bermuda over the next several days.
North Carolina has declared a state of emergency. Senate Republicans...
Yeah, North Carolina might get hit
Government
with a hurricane.
until Tuesday.
They might get hit with a hurricane.
Before Tuesday night's
Imelda might hit.
Put maximum pressure on Democrats and give more time for lawmakers to come together on.
I mean, they don't know what's going to happen with that just yet.
Before calling members back to town. Bernie Bennett, Washington.
Hundreds of laid-off federal employees are being called back to their jobs. Here's White House correspondent Greg Clutch.
Workers in the General Services Administration were given the chance to return to work after being laid off during the Trump administration's DOGE cuts earlier this year. The GSA manages government buildings.
Wow, Starbucks
and
closings
workforce
in
has been
Massachusetts,
understaffed
downtown
for months.
crossing.
Furthermore, the administration
World
has
War.
walked back plans to slash its real
Oh, man.
estate portfolio.
Is the Raynham one closing?
Said because of understaffing.
You see the Raynham one? Is that closing?
31 leases expired.
I assume no.
Actually vacating the properties. Greg Clugston, the White House.
Polls indicate many
There's a
Americans
lot of them
are struggling
closing.
to
There's like
get
900.
It's mostly Boston area, yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of them closing.
in the right direction.
Wonder what
That's in
happened.
large part to President Trump's big, beautiful bill.
You're losing money.
Optimistic already in the first
Too expensive to begin with.
year for which we have data.
Coffee prices not going
It's gained
down.
about 1,100.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they,
Income, that's more than people gained before.
I mean, if it's $7 a cup of coffee,
As Trump seated
Yeah,
more
or whatever,
than
that people
this
is-
week by
it's,
the segment where Radio Network.
we're going to help.
They're going to Dunkin' Donuts, or they're going to Honeydew.
You can even get a straw at that place.
Or Mary Lou's. Or they're going to local coffee shops.
Yeah,
A
whatever.
lot of people are just going to local coffee shops.
Well, they probably had it with the, oh, you know, like, you can't get a straw.
Like here in Taunton, anyone who lives near the city, are they going to Dunkin' Donuts? No. They're going to Colonia.
You want to get a nice coffee, and you can't even get a straw in half the place.
Yeah, no. A lot of people who live here in the area locally, around the city, they're not going to Dunkin' Donuts, they're not going to Honeydew, they're going to Colonial Donuts. They're going to local coffee shops. They're not going to these major ones.
Well, a lot of people, what they try to do is, they try to, and we talked about a lot on the show, is, shop local.
Shop local, yes, and that's what people.
Back
Yeah.
to school time means
Are doing
parents
it.
are on the alert for lice
A lot
in their
more.
children's
Yeah,
diet.
yeah.
So
Include medication and specialists. Guidelines from the American Academy of Dermatology recommends treating
I mean-
any product that can be bought without a
Taunton's doing something right. I don't see any vacant, stores downtown, to be honest with you. They're all filled up.
for what? For
Downtown, I don't see any vacant.
Taunton? Yeah, no.
I don't see any vacant stores.
No, I don't think there's any. Maybe one. I don't know.
Well, you got really luck, you know.
Doing really well for it. I don't think there is any.
Some did a really
In
good job.
Middleboro, there isn't.
I
Zero.
remember 20 years ago it was. Some did a really good job.
In Middleboro, there isn't any.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Middleboro, there's a good job down there too.
Yeah.
Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com.
Come on.
Flipping homes for fun and profit has become less profitable in recent years.
Real estate data company Adam says in 2012, the typical flipped home had a 62.9% return on investment before
Wow.
expenses. Now it's 25%.
25%. That's
typically with
that's
cash.
not good. The price for what you get for flip homes, 25%
on the market.
return on investment.
It's a lot of money.
In 2012, it was like 60.
Yeah.
So it's going down.
Slower pace.
Still low.
I mean, it's good. It's good, but again,
That's why.
2012,
That's
15
why.
years ago, almost.
But the thing is, that's why you gotta flip them fast.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't well, people sit on it for a year and then you gotta flip them. The house he started, I think he started that in June. He's done pretty much.
Did that get sold or?
No, well, no, he was hoping October. It's still technically September, so
September.
yeah. He's gonna have the lawn put in by next week.
Oh,
If we're in the market for 2 weeks, probably.
3, 2, 1. And I turned down the bumper music, and we're ready to go here for the second half.
We were talking off the air, right?
Yes.
About how you drive through downtown Taunton
Yes.
and the stores all filled with stores, with businesses.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that 20 years ago. I mean, I remember driving through Taunton and seeing half the storefronts vacant. And now you go by there and there's all these businesses and with them. So, somebody really did a good job turning Taunton around. I mean, in the last 10 years. I mean, it's just.
I could say the same thing for Middleboro. Middleboro, 5 years ago, you had that big Benny's
Yeah.
that had closed down, and that was vacant for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And someone did get it.
Yeah.
Two people got it.
Yeah.
And now that's in there now. There's really no places over there except for, I believe, the Cumbies, the old Cumbies, that's in the center of town,
Right.
is still vacant as
Right.
far as I know.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that hasn't been.
Well, they moved that because they built the newer one.
The new one.
The newer one. But I mean, talk about people putting their heads together and making something really work. And Taunton's really, I mean, did a lot. I mean, and you can't say turn around and say, oh, the person who's been in power for the last few years did it. No, I mean, you're talking about people from the last 15 years.
You're talking about several different.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're talking
Administrations. Yes.
You're talking locally. You're talking state.
Mm-hmm.
And they definitely everyone just put their things together. I know, like one administration come in and then jump on a bunch of projects
Yep.
that have already been funded by the other administration. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then take credit for it. That's how it is. You know what I mean?
So
I mean,
that's why it's important to vote.
Right, and also the reason we talked the docket because we talked about local economies. We were talking about Starbucks closing a bunch of stores,
Yes.
and so the thing is like I think a lot of people shop local. We've talked about this on the show before. It's just people like to, I mean, granted, you got Amazon out there and it's convenient, but these stores wouldn't be open and thriving if people, because
People weren't visiting them. Yeah.
well, at the end of the day, right? And that's a cliche that I shouldn't say. I mean, at the end of the day, I shouldn't say that, but the whole thing about that is it's your neighbors. You're supporting your neighbors. It's community supporting neighbors. They come in and hit the local store.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who's in Western Pennsylvania, he goes to the local restaurant. He always tries the freaking restaurant. Even though the guy's an amazing cook, he can cook it up a storm. His food's the best. Better than any restaurant in the area. I'm going to say that. When you say that?
Yes.
Yes, for sure, right?
Yes.
We go there, we eat like kings.
Absolutely.
Kings, barely kings, okay?
Yeah.
So, but he frequents all the restaurants. And he's a person who understands that you go around and you take care of you got to help your local economy. You got to help. You just can't. You have to kind of shop local. I like shopping local.
Yeah, and there's a lot of local places in Western Pennsylvania that really rely on the locals.
Yeah.
They really rely on the locals.
Right.
Because again, Western Pennsylvania, there's no big cities in that area.
Except
for Pittsburgh. I mean, Pittsburgh's an hour away.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not close.
Right.
So and a lot of those communities, they really rely on the locals.
Especially if it's in a tourist trap.
Exactly.
You know,
And yeah, I mean, that area is it's pretty quiet.
and you get some good quality meals there.
Absolutely.
You know, see,
Absolutely.
we went to a place called with a Huntley Inn. It was like an inn from 1780.
Yes.
That was still, you know, it looked like it was from 1780. But the breakfast was great.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was
And
amazing.
we all eat like kings, and it was like $40 for 3 of us.
Yeah.
So, but I'm talking, you know, even here, you know, I like the local gas stations, and all the restaurants that are in Middleboro, all the restaurants that are in town. It's just good to take care of your neighbor, because you need to take care of your neighbor, because technically your neighbor's taking care of you in a way.
Yes.
And also too, during snowstorms, I remember, because I deliver oil, and sometimes I used to plow on the weekends when I wasn't in a truck delivering oil.
Yep.
There's people who take good care of you, meaning they open the coffee shop and they live there until everything's cleared up.
Yes.
And that coffee shop being open for the drivers, for the plow guys, for people who have to stay out there, is great. I mean, I'm sure they clean up on tips. And it's, you know, it's well deserved too. You show up, and there's a couple employees who just sit there, and they're there for 24 hours. They don't go home because the roads are impassable. You can't go home.
And speaking about supporting local, and supporting your residents, your local residents, the donated furniture and electronics and clothes and more that residents at Oak Point have been collecting since April are now about to be on sale at their community yard sale. They have a yard sale,
Yeah.
annual yard sale, and first weekend of October every year. The sale will be open to residents and their guests. That's going to be October 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then to the public, October the 4th. And October the 4th, that's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday or
That's
Sunday?
the Saturday part.
No, sure. So.
Is it?
Well,
Because October 11th, we were talking about October 11th earlier,
yeah.
and that's a Saturday.
All right.
So, yes, October 4th is a Saturday. It's always the first Saturday of the month,
Okay.
the public portion of this yard sale.
Right.
October 3rd is a Friday. The October 4th portion of this yard sale is 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The contents of 16 storage garages will fill the Oak Point ballroom. 16. Wow, that's a lot. 16
That's
storage.
That's a lot of moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the combination of a week's worth of volunteer efforts to organize, move, and price each item. Students from several area schools will also help, with over 120 resident volunteers preparing for the event. So
Sounds-
students and residents that are there all helping
Yeah.
prepare this event.
Sounds like a lot of heavy lifting. There's gonna be a lot of achy backs at the end of the day.
But it's going to be worth it because a lot of people like to go to this event. It's, again, year round, and it's also a great thing because it helps students as well. Since the residential community opened in 1999, residents have organized more than 20 yard sales to raise over $487,000 in scholarship funds for grads of Middleboro High School, Bristol Plymouth Regional Technical School, and Bristol County Agricultural High School as well. So the annual yard sale for Oak Point will be taking place next weekend. If you want to
That sounds
be in
heavy.
the area,
That
go
sounds
down
heavy.
and check.
That sounds heavy. I do removal to people's houses too. You know, and there might be a beautiful dresser, but it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. I'm looking at it. He's like, "You know, you gonna want it?" Like, no, I don't. I'm gonna take it apart up here and turn it into crumbs. Cause you know, you can try to sell it. I was like, no. I mean, it's going out the window in pieces because I don't want to deal with an $80,000 back operation, and that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, you start moving furniture around, especially at my age. It's just, you know, you're one false move and you're done.
Yeah.
So you got to be a little smarter. You know, So all the kids who are moving the furniture, be careful moving furniture because
Be very careful.
some people think their dresser is worth you hurt yourself and being laid up for 6 months. Don't fall into that trap. Just be careful. Just, you know. But most teenagers, I can say I ain't moving that.
All right, here we go. 7:46 a.m. Looks like our last commercial break. We'll be right back. All right.
Get over the hump every Wednesday at 9 a.m. while listening to Coffee with Tony. That's from 9 to 11. Tune in to get the heartbeat of time and tell us what you think about what's going on in the Greater Taunton area. That's right, I'm back one more time on 1530 WDBF and 99.
One more time. Let's do that. He just does Wednesdays?
See, this does Wednesdays.
Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester.
And Ron does the other 3 days?
And I do Friday.
That's a good little thing.
Yeah.
Well, at least you mix it up. Yeah?
Yeah.
At this time, we serve approximately 500 families in our service area, and many of them come to us for various types of aid.
Oh, guys, to talk politics, and we can talk with you whenever you talk.
Yeah, I don't like to talk politics on my shows.
Oh, you don't like?
I don't really, yeah. I mean, every once in a while, if something like big comes up, yeah, I will, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. But let's talk about the facts.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
I feel comfortable talking about economy, so. Economy, sports,
Matthew Mission Food Pantry
and transportation.
Yeah.
That's all I really feel like really comfortable talking about on the air.
In a
Yeah.
few short years,
Not
they have
politics.
given more than 4,000 bags of
I try to stay away from
to those
politics.
in need.
I mean, if someone calls in and like,
transportation options, they
you
are
know,
open every Saturday
wants to
morning
talk
from
about it,
9:30 to
like,
11:30 at the
that's
north
fine,
door
but
of the First Parish
I'm not gonna, like,
Church.
you know, initiate the
and are available to anyone.
conversation
No
about it.
questions asked. The demand increases.
Anyway.
With the looming reduction in SNAP benefits, the need is growing. Please consider a donation
Oh, I gotta do my weather.
of unexpired, non-perishable
my weather
food
yet.
items, grocery store gift cards,
I haven't
or
done my
a monetary donation via check to the Matthew Mission Food Pantry, 76 Church Green, Taunton, or by Venmo at Matthew Mission Food Pantry. The Matthew Mission Inc. is a registered 501c3 organization. Thank you.
And we're back. So turn down the bumper music. There we go. It is 7:50. We've got about 10 minutes left in the program today. Let's do our weather, because we haven't done our weather yet. It is cloudy, and hopefully it's going to clear up here before the afternoon arrives. A little bit windy out there too, 10-mile-per-hour wind gusts right now. But we're going to have partly cloudy, mostly cloudy skies actually for the majority of the morning. So it's wet outside. It's really not going to dry off too much until the sun comes out. So if you're driving around, be careful. It's a little wet outside. So again, just be very careful. Anyway, our weather. Taunton, 65 degrees, high of 80 today, low of 63 this evening. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, high of 76, low of 57, and no rain in the forecast at all for the next week, which is great. In Newport Richey, Florida, 74 degrees right now, high of 88, and a low of 74. Clear skies throughout the day today, I hope you enjoy the sun today, anyone who's in the Newport Richey area, because you may not see it for a little bit after this. Every day other than today has a chance of rain, and it's all over a 50% chance of rain, except for Tuesday, which is 45% chance of rain. It's going to be in the mid-80s every single day, and in the low 70s for the lows. So that's not great. Hopefully it doesn't rain every day there. But that's what's going on. High of 80 in Middleboro today. Right now it is 65 degrees with a low of 63 tonight. Cloudy throughout the morning. Should clear up in the afternoon. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies. High of 76, low of 58. Driscoll, Texas, 88 degrees, low of 68. It's currently 68. Clear skies right now, and will be throughout the day today. And no rain really in sight in Driscoll, Texas either. Highs in the upper 80s, even reaching 90 midweek in Driscoll, Texas. In Driscoll, North Dakota. And Don, Driscoll, North Dakota. Enjoy that weather now. Enjoy that weather now. 82 today.
Really?
Yeah, 82 today. Enjoy it now, because in 2 months we're going to be talking about it being like 20.
Yeah.
Because it gets cold there.
Or 2.
Or 2 degrees, exactly.
Yeah.
In January.
Yep.
In the middle of January, we'll talk about it being like 2 degrees. But right now, 53 degrees. Feels a little cooler than it is, but 53, high 82 today. And it's going to be in the 80s for most of the week. And it's going to look like a pretty good week in Bristol, North Dakota. All right. Now, so kind of move over to some sports. In the NFL today, things get underway in an hour and a half. Now, you might be asking, I thought NFL games start at 1 o'clock. Well, yes, normally they do. But whenever the NFL goes overseas, you get the different times. You get the earlier start times. And that is exactly what's happening here. The Vikings and the Steelers will be facing off against each other. They will be in Germany. Don't exactly know what city. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. Oh, no, they won't be in Germany. I apologize. They're not in Germany. The NFL will be in Germany this year. It's not this game, though. Ireland is where they'll actually be. That's
today?
Yes, I'm off. I'm sorry. I'm completely off. Ireland is nowhere near Germany.
You crack research department.
Very bad. That was very bad. I apologize. But they will be in Germany later on in the year, I think. Dublin, Ireland is where they will be. 9:30 start. That would be, it's Ireland, so that would be 2:30 kickoff in Ireland. So you can stay tuned for that game if you want to catch it. There are several different radio stations in the Pennsylvania market where you can do that. I usually listen to the game on WMBS, which is in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. I learned about that station from our friend in Pennsylvania, Don. WMBS. That's where I'll be listening to the game today, the Vikings Steelers game at 9:30 this morning.
Oh, you will? On the WNBA?
Yeah, I'll tune in. Yeah.
Yeah.
They usually do the games there for the Steelers games.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'll tune in.
Right.
For that game. But that's at 9:30 this morning. Vikings and Steelers. Then you got your usual 1 o'clock slate of games. Patriots are involved in that slate, and they take on the Panthers, and they'll be at home. Your Sunday Night Football game is Packers-Cowboys. That's a big one because Micah Parsons will be involved. Micah Parsons is on the Green Bay Packers. He used to be on the Cowboys, so that's going to be a big game. And then you have 2 Monday night games, the Jets and the Dolphins, and the Bengals and the Broncos. That usually happens every once in a while. You get 2 Monday night games. So that's what's going to be going on tomorrow night. 2 Monday night games. There you go. All right. Transportation. Let's see.
What about the Red Sox? You're not going to say the Red Sox made the playoffs?
The Red Sox made the playoffs. There you go.
Hey, just want to say something real
Yes,
quick
go
to
ahead.
everybody. I'm really excited about this, and I think Joey might be too. Joey and I are going to Great Barrington for Thanksgiving this year. The Guthrie Center, Al Guthrie Center, hosts a Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving for everybody
Yes.
who wants to go. It's going to make reservations. We made our reservations 4 or 5 days ago. What is so exciting to me, because I'm a big Al Guthrie fan and I love Alice's Restaurant, and I think most people do, well, that is the 60th anniversary of the events. 1965 is when it all happened. That's he wrote the song during the 1965 Thanksgiving season when everything happened. So we're excited about that. We're going to go see a show on
October 11th.
October 11th.
So that's going to be good too. So
Yeah,
it's going to be fun, and we'll report back as well.
and
On all that.
and we're going to be interviewing Will Guthrie sometime in November
It's
too.
happening too.
So we'll probably be airing that probably a couple times in and around Thanksgiving. We'll
Yes.
probably talk about the 60th anniversary. Who knows? Owl might be there. It's the 60th. We saw Cole Quest in the City Pickers back in June, and Owl was there. It was great seeing him. I got to talk to him. He looked great. He sat there in the corner. Owl has his own table there, and he just quietly watched the show. And it was great because people really didn't rush him. It's such an intimate little venue. Holds 92 people. So yeah.
So we'll report back on these events when they happen. Real quick, because we have 90 seconds. Transportation topic, we want to do a transportation topic, even though it's going to be only 90 seconds. Quick update on the subway lines. Real quick, red and blue, nothing. Nice and clear, nothing, no issues. It was good.
40 miles an hour.
Great. On the orange line, though, we got some problems. Orange line, no train service between Forest Hills and North Station this weekend. That's for signal upgrades. Used shuttle buses between Forest Hills and Back Bay. Used green line between Copley, Back Bay, and North Station. Then, in a couple of weeks as well, service will be suspended between Forest Hills and North Station, October 11th and 13th. That's for signal upgrades as well. Used shuttle buses between Forest Hills and Back Bay. Green line between Copley, Back Bay, and North Station. And then
They're not telling you that you could take the Forest Hill commuter rail into South Station. You got Ruggles, Back Bay, and South Station. The trains are limited because it's Sunday, but that works out for you too. I took that shuttle bus ride. It's a nightmare from Forest Hill on.
And they got the green line. Shuttle buses to replace green line service between North Station and Medford Tufts, beginning 8 p.m. on Friday through Sunday, next Sunday, October the 5th. Union Square riders can use a Route 87 bus service to connect to the shuttles, which will be at Beechmere. Green Line D branch shuttle buses will replace service between Riverside and Kenmore. That's beginning at 8 p.m. Friday, October 24th through the 31st of October. Wow. For track and infrastructure work. Accessible local and express shuttles, that'll be available as well. And we don't talk about elevators and escalators on the subway lines, or on the or any of the lines at all, because there's just too many of them. We could probably do a half of a 1 hour show just talking about how many escalators are down and how many elevators are down in the whole line.
System.
In the whole system.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyway, with that, we're
We
gonna
should,
end.
we should go. We should go on a pilgrimage and find out. Take us all day to find it, but we'll find it.
With that, we're going to end the show today. I hope everyone enjoyed today's program. We'll be back in October, next Sunday, which will be October, hence why I'm saying October. We'll be back next Sunday with another edition of Middleboro in Review. And until then, I hope everyone has a great week. Bye-bye. Go ahead. You did? Good morning, Paul.
Hey, thank Paul for those lovely notes.
Hey, thank you, Paul, for the notes again.
Virgil remains a strong Category 4 storm in the
And,
Atlantic,
yeah.
in Bermuda. Senior hurricane specialist Brad Reinhardt.
We are going to end here. Hope everyone enjoyed today's program. Again, I'll be back again here on this channel
North Carolina
on Sunday. And yeah, I'll be back on the air again tomorrow with Middleboro Matters. But on this channel here, I'll be back next Sunday with another edition of Middleboro in Review. We'll be in the month of October, which is a little hard to believe, but it's October. Wow. Feels like yesterday was January. But yeah, we'll be back next Sunday for another great edition of Middleboro in Review. Until then, I hope everyone has a great week, and bye-bye.
And its workforce has been understaffed for months. Furthermore, the administration has walked back plans to slash its real estate portfolio. An official said because